Hey everyone, welcome back to the YouTube channel of OCD Recovery. I've been back in this standing mode. I have my laptop, not even using my tripod. I just like changing it up. When you make as much content as we do, it's important to change up the scene for me every once in a while. But I do want to talk about a big misconception I think hundreds of well-intentioned people with very good aspects of books cover incorrectly in what we believe in with the REBT principles and unconditional self-life other acceptance. And I want to talk about why going for your passion might not be the best goal and why it keeps people stuck in analysis paralysis and why I don't think about passion at all. Before I go any further, please subscribe, hit that like button down below. Please email phil@ocdrecovery.com. As I always say, we work all over the world and we can help you. So this particular thing, this topic, is really keeping a lot of 13 to 25-year-olds, but all ages, stuck. But because they're growing up in that information technology age of AI and all the books and all the information on podcasts, people are really, really stuck in these almost existential crises, OCD or not, about what do I want to do? What's my passion? Now, let's get a couple things off the bat. Most people will never find their true passion. Now, I use that true passion because there is no such thing as a true passion. There is tons of luck, right timing. The world didn't have a particular product or technology and it was just invented by that person and it worked at that time. There are so many factors that are outside of your control. And the reason why it's so important to cover is because if you're a young man or woman looking for your passion, this can cause tons of analysis paralysis and can lead you in the future of not having a career or anything in your life that you want. So the best thing that someone can do is to pick something and give it a real shot and stick with it and try to be the best that you can be at that particular thing. Whether it's a cleaning business, whether you're working at McDonald's as your first job, as a server, maybe you're doing car services or mechanics. Maybe you own a restaurant. Maybe you are an attorney or a lawyer, an engineer in the academic realm. Maybe you are starting a flower business, a floral business. Maybe you have a pizza shop. Whatever it may be. Whatever you choose to do, if you're going in with, this is my passion and this is what I want to do, you're going to get uppercutted by life. The reason why is, no matter how much you love and enjoy what you're doing, there will always be massive pros and cons that will hold you back. I am very grateful for what I have in my life. I have an ability to work at probably the largest growing online mental health business on earth. And that is absolutely incredible. The team that we have, we do something that I don't think anyone has ever done. I just got off the phone with someone that said this specifically in their 40s. They said, it's very easy to tell that when we watch all of you, nobody really gets it because of the lived experience and helping as many people as you do. And I wish more people knew about this. And like globally, it's hard. You know, we work all over the world, but it's hard to get into areas like India and China and Japan, language barriers. That's why we're so happy with AI and all those things, because there's a lot of work to do. It's a lifelong mission. It's a hard mission. But working with OCD sufferers is extremely difficult. It is mentally taxing. It is frustrating. I was very frustrating to work with. And it's important to hear that because you have a lot of well-intentioned people that message us and they say, I want to be a coach. No, you don't. You don't. Because I know your habits now and I know how easily you get overwhelmed. That can change. It's very difficult to do 250 one-to-ones a month, month after month after month. All the private messaging, all the reassurance seeking, all the people that you're giving them recommendations, it might be time to check yourself into an inpatient facility. All the people that are asking you about medication questions, you say talk to your doctor, the prescriber, because that's the most important thing. All the people who are also having alcohol problems or drug problems or they're not working. And then we obviously work with the hardest cases really on earth of TMS and the pain hyper-awareness crowds and, chronic fatigue syndrome and ME and all these people. And really tough cases of PTSD and GAD and panic disorder, primarily OCD, but we work with everything, right? Because the principles apply to the same with minor tweaks. But that's besides the point. Like, it's very, very, very difficult to do what we do. And not many people want to do it after a week or two. And that's important because I want to be a surgeon. That's an amazing ambition, but you also are sacrificing a lot. I work in my chiro business. I know a couple people who are either surgeons. So I have a couple patients who are surgeons, or their wives or husbands are surgeons, and it is very, sacrificial. There is a lot, they make incredible money. I mean, let's say you're a plastic surgeon, top level one in Colorado, and you make $5 million a year. You don't understand how much sacrifice, forget schooling, that person has to go through. And all the body dysmorphia cases they have to deal with. Extreme ones. Cardiac surgeons talking to their patients about, like, do you not understand how health works? Them not listening, them having extremely high cholesterol, blood pressures, having ischemic events, all sorts of stuff. Like, it's a very, very big problem. So whatever you are passionate about, it's important to realize that there are going to be ups and downs. Are you better off picking something, like I said, let's revert back to that, and trying your best at that for a while and seeing how that goes? Probably. Jumping around and trying a bunch of different things, I've heard some really intelligent people talk about this. I don't know if that's the best idea for most people, especially if you have OCD. Of course, it's not a black and white answer, but the amount of people I meet who are 30 who have had 25 different jobs, that's more than likely not good. There's more than likely more cons with that than pros. There are definitely pros, but there are certainly tons of cons. So you're going to want to be realistic about this. I don't think about passion ever. Zero. I don't think about passion. I don't think about motivation. I don't think about inspiration. I don't think about true love. I don't think about the one, even though I'm married with a child on the way. I don't think about those things because Erica could die and then I would have to, hopefully, if I wanted to, move on and be with someone else. It's just not what people think. Like this fairy tale of go for your passion, do what you love. It's like, okay, that's good and all, but what if also your passion and what you love makes you no money? Well, money's important. Money's not the only important thing, but to say that money, you hear so many people say, like, money doesn't matter, follow your passion. That is a Disney fairy tale, wishy-washy, no critical thinking, no philosophical depth, no unconditional acceptance, no understanding of acceptance means agreement type of statement. That's keeping many young men and women, by the way, really be careful how many podcasts you're watching. I have fallen into this trap. I think most people have to learn. You have to learn the hard way. So you do what you want to do. But I was on a phone call with someone earlier, and I said if we went to 10 countries and we talked to 10, just one example, 10 of the most successful attorneys in every country. We went to, here in America, we went to Germany. We went to, Holland. We went to Russia. We went to an island off Greece. Whatever it may be. And we watched them, talked to them. Do you watch the major podcasters? I'm willing to bet my whole career and my unborn baby that 99 out of 100 say no. They're like, no, I'm too busy working, problem solving, being efficient, growing my business, dealing with my clients, regardless of the type of law that they're in, right? And that's the same for most people. Now, at OCD Recovery, I've been blessed to work with some extremely successful people all over. The most successful men and women I've ever met and coached do not watch podcasts for the most part. That's not in their deal because they're too busy going out there and doing things. So when you watch, that's because this is where you're getting all the passion stuff from. Because most people can't read nowadays. They don't have the ability to read. They just want short, instant TikToks. So they're hearing people talk about their passion without even knowing what those people are doing. They say what they're doing, but you really don't know. So the moral of this, to kind of sum this up, you got to be careful with the word with passion and present. That's another video. I've done plenty of videos on that. Be very careful with people who are always talking about your passion. Be very careful with people who are always talking about the present moment. Be very careful about people who are talking about true love. These are very wishy-washy type of things to speak about. So it's the truth. At least what I believe is true, which, obviously can be challenged at any time. Phil at OCDrecovery.com. Hope to hear from you soon. And as always, enjoy the rest of your day.